3 out of the dual Berettas, no problem. B site safe and a frustrating start for G2.
Especially with that opening thanks to Heavy God. So that one is going to be a bitter pill to swallow right there. And if the pistol round is anything to go off, here it is. Okay, well, swung out and deleted. Great shot from Heavy God. Magic's
Little round of applause for that one.
Very happy that Donk and the boys on B locked things down. Now, the previous setup that we saw from Spirit back when Chopper was on the roster was Magic's as the B anchor, Donk as the connector player. Chopper was over towards middle, Zontic's anchoring A, and of course Shiro on the AWP. We have an aggressive start out the hole, so they've got the water control very easily, and there's going to be the eco from G2. They just have a couple of deagles to work with, one for Mattis, one for Heavy God, so we'll see if they can find some picks. Smoke fades, looking for a fight.
I mean, isn't going to be the objective here for the SMGs to get the majority of the kills as well if you want more cash in the coffers.
Magic's is turning this MP7 into a bit of a specialty gun.
Ooh, yeah, he's going to catch a bullet in his face, and cover from Donk is enough. He will go down eventually. Donk won't, though. All right, Donk's doing Donk things. Another multi-kill, so already finds himself 7 kills deep, just 2 rounds in.
All right, we'll keep on counting, but those are the easy ones against the Eeks. Now the guns come out. We did see G2 play this against Liquid, and it was the bonus rounds, a 16 to 14 game, so overtime. So they got a lot of reps in there, G2. I think a lot of the other teams in the playoffs are going to be happy testing Spirit's Anubis to see where it's at, giving us all some data. Shiro denied on the early pick out the hole.
Malb's lucky to be alive. Shiro's missed opportunity on middle.
So what is a bit of a tell is looking where Hunter's headed. Right, he's joining Heavy God in this A control.
Zontic's perfectly poised. Peeks on in, removes Hunter, and the bomb was spotted.
Hunter's had to put in some big performances to get G2 to where they are right now. The win over Foot, that would have felt real good because those young bucks, they were making some noise. They've been taunting their opponents. Obviously eliminated yesterday, but definitely showing the promise that they're going to have in 2026. I think they just picked up a spot in Cluj because Legacy have pulled out, so we'll get to see them again in just a week's time. All right, well, using the whole boosting up, Gap has been pipped. Tanir is actually playing this quite passively. Magic's and Donk play for info outside B called clear. There is about 45 seconds left on the clock right now, so just batten down the hatches on the side to see if you can defend with the number advantage.
Yeah, Shiro looks like he's going to be arriving towards Heaven just ahead of the arrival of G2.
It's going to be such a weak execute, it's just smokes.
Yeah, it looks like Tanir's going to be in a prime position to combine with Zontix just to shut this down and take that first gun.
Has to be contact.
Yeah, well, Tanir actually catches the first fight for free. Heavy got down, confirmation of more bodies. Zontix peeks on out, same position where he found Hunter. Gets himself another one. Malbs is the little bit of a surprise, and so nice headshot provided, but it is still Shiro Heaven that Malbs has to get past, and unable to do so. Orb connects. You got 9 seconds, Senpaius, and Shiro playing it smart. Not going to give you that fight you so desperately sought, and now you're going to try not to die after time. Hiding out on that big box. I think it's done enough. Hiding in plain sight.
Oh, no!
Little bit of greed got the better of him. He thought he could catch Donk and get himself an extra kill.
This is a miserable start to the map for G2. Pistol round starts with an opening kill. Since then, pretty much nothing. Senpaius coming into the next round with only 300 bucks to his name. So his buys are going to be offset now by going down after time. I think he's also worried if I get swung on, I need some type of space to be able to try and buy. So that is tough, as it will be a partial for G2. Back out the window, Donk. They're going to use their spawns, right? We've seen this in 2 rounds now, especially against these lighter buys. It's very constricting if you can pull it off, and it might start conditioning G2 to be throwing double nades or mollies into the hole to stop this type of a play. But I like it that they're doing it on the lower buys. It obviously is risky. Ah, okay. Obs team showing that the E-box smoke is missed. When we cover the Liquid game, Hunter and Senpaius were doing spawn instas. And that is something that I'm sure Hallie has been looking at in the prep for this one. Applies a lot of pressure if you can't fight from E-box at all. They're setting up for a B-pop, so they want to go into Donk's side again. He's got the support of Shiro this time. Here they start to saunter in.
That's a well-placed HE from Donk.
They didn't bite down on the fake at all. Hunter can drop out the hole and join Heavy God. 2 up through E-Box, 3 through B main, second wave of U2 on Malbs.
And as always, Shiro's in the right place, using that smoke cover to try and adopt an early line, and he's hit a great shot to Sampayas there. Quick one as well. Follow up, 3 on the trot from the sniper. Job done. Round 1, Spirit 4, G2 0. Shiro 4 in the round. Actually gets the last one there onto Malbs as well.
Yeah, nice to see this form out of Spirit right now. This is the CT side of Anubis, and we're still learning just how these map changes will balance the map. First tactical timeout called by Saw. An opportunity, as the guns do, get donned again to have a conversation if he wants to change things up. Now, we have to see them hitting the details, like the spawn-based instas for E-Box. But we also need to see them also starting to get involved in these rounds. You've got 2 kills for Mattis, 2 for Heavy God, 1 apiece for Sampayas and Malbs, and Hunter yet to get going. So this is only the second rifle round, but the first one had Sampayas going down after time.
Leisurely from Shiro makes it look so good. Talk about those instas. There's one. Heavy God throws out his. Let's make sure that goes to the E-Box position. It does not.
Yeah, so that's 2 missed ones, especially when this is your map choice.
Didn't look like an easy lineup, if I'm going to be honest.
Still going to be able to get the control that they're looking for, and maybe not seeing it. Also has Spirit going, hold up, they've got a different game plan. Well, no, they're just not landing.
Trying.
The details. 3 players stacking over towards B with rifles. Shiro middle, Zontix pressed up in baskets, trying to be a bit of a nuisance.
Mattis will flash, but Shiro's not going to be caught by this. Incendiary, Tark beats that Molotov camera. You can see the game plan from G2. That's to force mid space, and it's theirs. No answers in middle. Now you're worried about potential temple slip, and you go on looking for answers.
Nice shot.
B. It's a great shot. Sampayas, just a quick burst. And you can see this is what we're talking about. That mid-util has led Tanir to go sweeping through CT spawn, trying to find a potential aggressive lurk. G2 with a man advantage, but by no means a guarantee that this will be their first round off the back of the Saw timeout.
That's their second opener so far within the 5 rounds of play. Need to capitalize on this one.
Spotted. Zontix going to have to pass this test. He's already got the helping hand of Shiro laying down the law with the AWP. Another onto Hunter. Heavy God. Good find onto Donk. Trying to rotate towards A main. The bomb will go down, and it's shaping up nicely. What is that from Shiro? Pedal to the metal. Goes charging through the flames. Mattis handles it.
Tanir in the 1v3.
He's got one for free. Oh, and he's got a good idea about Malbs in his plant position. Oh, 8 HP for Malbs. Finishes off the job. Heavy God last. He's not playing scared. He could have very easily been putting his head in the vice, but hits the shot necessary. A grimace on his face, but G2 do get on the board.
I think he was trying to get to the AWP for Sampayas there, so doesn't get there in time. But that's a nice one. They do convert off the back of that opening, thanks to Sampayas. Now, you question this from Shiro, but maybe he knows Yanko's on the desk. Yanko thinks that Shiro can take more chances. And that one right there through the flames, trying to subvert the expectation. Doesn't find the frag he was looking for, but very good attempt from Tanir.
Yeah, valid.
Double AWPs. Very early, as we do get a Halley tactical timeout. So Magic's, we're bringing one out. It's a good weapon, you just hold on to B main, right? You don't have to use your smokes there, you don't feel the pressure in the same way. Means you can channel all of his resources.
Drum roll, please. Third time is the charm, I believe that's how the saying goes. This one, right on the money. The judges are happy with that one.
Okay.
Sampayas going quick through the incendiary and straight down. Zontix finishes him off with his flames and bullets combination. He knows about Heavy God. How's he done that? Moving and shooting. Clears out Heavy God, effortless from Zontix, and now going to be gifted that AWP to see if he can find more output on that low HP. Job feels half done.
I love the killer nature of that, right? You know that there's a player tucked in, the AWP cover from Shiro, you're trusting in it wholeheartedly there, and you're just swooping in and getting your teammate two-man advantage. And you can see Magic donating that U-tilt, so Donk can continue to block, gives him more options for how he wants to take this assault. And they don't even know the double AWPs are in play just yet. It's something that hasn't been noted, but likely will as they try a different variation to boost, this time looking for a pick. So 2 in through E-Box. Mattis combing B main now.
Molotov and a spam, but again, these orbs just, oh, perfect. Donk even getting one. Hunter will trade, and looks like Hunter's a dead man. Shiro gets him low. And he's finished off neat and tidy. Things are flowing. Things look great over on the Spirit Camp.
Celtics with a bit to say there. Likely talking about the way they tried to open the round. You can see here just running straight to that sentry, and that always felt like the death note. I love this.
Loved it, mate.
And
throws the spray, finds the headshot, last bullet.
Right now the team play on point, but so is the individual prowess for Spirit as they're 5-1 up, 4 to the good. Lurk smoke B, Donk. Who's going to play through that for a moment.
I think he did too.
Just trying to catch them if they are trying to sweep across to that right-hand side. Now, there is always an idea with G2. This is one of the reasons why I was pretty high on them last year, despite limited success outside of London. They always have an idea, right? There's a strat. It's not just running around. This is a team that functions with some really exciting pieces as Magic's AWP sounds off again.
It's just all lining up so well, isn't it? Donk is ready to make a play off of the E-Box crunch, and wow, what was that? Rapid fire Desert Eagle, 2 heads roll. Malbs' Desert Eagle is somewhat notorious, but I think it's only really going to net him the plant, not the round.
Oh, okay, lucky he changed his mind there. Could have been wall banked.
Yeah, and now the gap is closed. He may not even get that plant. Zontix could push on him, gets him off the bomb. He could have committed for the cash. Let's try to make something bigger than that.
All right, 6-1. Are we about to have back-to-back stomps on the A stream? Draw everyone's attention. You can also go check out Astralis versus Furia for the final spot from Group A. Winner of that will lock themselves in for the Toron. Oh,
man.
It's great shots, but that's what we're celebrating right now. That tells you how low the bar is in terms of traction from G2 in the early stages. Another tactical timeout called by Saw. He's expended 2 within 7 rounds of play. Hallie's used 1. And these double AWPs still a feature. Seeing with the mics on, both coaches using those 30 seconds wisely.
I really do love that. A new feature, new addition. They can't seem to find an answer to these double AWPs right now. It feels like wherever they go, there is a Magix or a Shiro in the feed.
Yeah, the setups have been perfect for Spirit, right? The way that they've been taking these fights, they stalled out that fast aim play. When it's slow, they're just getting picked apart. And we also had the issues of them not landing their E-Box smokes, but they've done it again this time. Looks like mid is going to be name of the game as they boost the AWP up to look over the smoke. Mattis will par through on the right side.
Logically sounds so far. We are going to need a flashbang though, or Shiro's likely guaranteed a frag here. It's dry, but he misses his shot. Massive find from Mattis. He wants to accelerate. You can see the tenacity in his gameplay.
Donk's just taken B main control, so that's going to alleviate some of this mid pressure. Still opportunities to pivot right now. This is a great line for the AWP to hold, so Donk having B main really sets Magic's up. It's middle that's the problem, and essentially they're saying, Zontix, you're on your own. If it's a split, good luck, mate. I say that, Magic's starting to rotate away off the block. So blocking E-Box, now pivoting. They're going to try and clear mid together, Zontix and Tanir.
Too easy for Sampaius. Profits on the swing of Tanir.
Well, if that baits them into the A play, Zontix and Magix are both here.
Yeah, and if they both win their opening duel, suddenly it's a 3-on-3. Zontics ready for that. Doesn't quite find lethality. Forced on the unzoom. Magic's overwhelmed, and that is flawless. High impact for Mattis. He really was the fire starter.
That's going to be a whole lot more like it as far as Saw is concerned. He takes his second time out. They do a default. They walk through middle. Pretty simple round. It just comes down to winning that fight, which isn't simple at all, right? You're bang on. Shiro's on the line. Mattis goes wide. Shiro misses the shot. Kill comes in, and then they piece the round together. Stay connected with the A split. And there's just donk who's going to be holding on to this AK-47 at Beach. So need to now take a look at the finances. Be no issues going into the next round, but if they lose consecutive, that's where they can become a little bit of a problem. So Zontics will get the 1,400. That's going to bring him to 3.2. Tanir was at 900 bucks. He goes up to 2.3. Donk can drop one rifle, and likely to see poor Zontics have to operate with an SMG. So that could inform the type of setup they go for over towards the A site. He might want to play in baskets with an SMG of some variety. Here's that opening shot. Looked wider from Shiro's perspective, didn't it, that he swung? But when you see it from Mattis,
wow, selfless from Magic's as well. I just saw him, he flirted with a double AWP bid purchase and instead has resided himself to an SMG, dropping an M4 for Zontics.
Okay, so it's Magic's the one who has to consider doing something different. But again, if people look at Magic's play throughout the tournament so far, he's been wielding the MP7 to great success a lot. Using the buff.
Yeah, there's some early adopters to the buffed SMG.
So you ask yourself, right, last round we were able to walk through the smoke. This time, what will they adjust and how do we adjust accordingly? So U2 applying pressure towards A main. Block smoke dropped. Heavy God presses into the smoke. Marbs rotates to join Mattis. Hunter working towards E-box. 3-player stack is... All right, so they're feigning this mid pressure. E-box at the same time.
Donk's not scared, thank you very much. Hunter strafes on in to his demise at the hands of Donk's AK.
Marbs has got them a way out by taking this mid control right now, so they might just go into another A split. Oh.
He's found another one.
That was onto the AWP.
Some Pyre's just got bopped by that donk. One tap. Heavy God wants to take his chances on a duel, perhaps. They really are light on time. And it doesn't get easier for Magic's, does it? Now really uncomfortable for G2. They're running Shiro's way. He's guaranteed this one. So comfortable. Just a pedestrian round. Strolling into AWPs, crosshairs, G2, their map pick, and you're on T side, Anubis. You've got only 2 rounds to boast.
Yeah, so salvaging the half, they could try and scoop up 5. They have 3 more to play, and they are able to buy again. Love to get that one from Donk's POV with the shot there onto Sampaius.
It always makes me happy when I see an A anchor getting some help, you know, as well, seeing Shiro
he's
starting
not being
A.
left on an island, right? That's the thing, they can't plant in middle.
Looks like middle is going to be another conversation starter for G2. It's only one of the few things that's worked.
This is the thing, if they give them over mid-control and not the opening pick, like what happened with Mattis onto Shiro, what's the difference, right? Because you're able to stack those sites at 3-2.
And if he does see a temple smoke, he's going to immediately molly or incendiary the camera position. But no, that implies something else.
Oh, that's gone into the smoke, so no delay available.
Camera smoked, pressure applied.
They're in no rush, are they? So they're happy to wait for these reactions. Sampaius is hoping somebody pushes B. Have you got hoping the same over towards A? Players getting a little bit scared, trying to rotate between the sites through temple or camera. See Spirit just back their individuals, right? We don't need to over-rotate.
And if you do take this fight, if high likelihood one of Zontics or Shiro is going to be able to find the kill required. Okay, second wave. This time they'll make walking on it. Pulls to near, attention drawn away from B. They've got 30 seconds for this finish. Tanir, ooh, big from Mattis. With empty hands, Tanir goes down. Now Donk's attention drawn that way. Now they apply the pressure. Now they dump the util into that B bomb site. Donk has got only the one. They're keeping him humble. G2 have got the site. A must-win round, a must-convert. Shiro is having a look.
I think they should be considering the save.
Yeah, maybe he is just going to stay here. Just feel like dropping out. He's kind of committed to this, right? Like, you miss a shot, suddenly that orb's not getting brought through.
Yeah, and there's a re-smoke over towards Temple, so I think that definitely signs, seals, and delivers round number 3.
Not a big bomb on Anubis either, so should be fine to just exit B main at the end.
Yeah, I think for Shiro, his biggest worry is if Heavy God exits his way, but oh my god, Zontix, that's punishing, isn't it? Trying to get their way out B main, spams him through the smoke, takes down some pies. Heavy God will pick up that AWP. Yeah, both of them stay alive.
Even in victory, Spirit find a way to make you feel less good about it.
I think with the two of them staying alive is hugely important for another rifle round. So both Zontix and Shiro can drop, and Donk had about 4.2, so he's going to be able to buy himself, and they'll be able to go again.
That was a nice flash you can see thrown by the B players to set them up for that fight to keep Donk humble.
We need to return to the pre-game interview with Saw, with Shocks, where he was discussing controlling the tempo of the game, and by playing this slow, they are. Right? I understand they only have 3 rounds to their name, but you can see it's very clear that they want to let Spirit simmer, and then they're really taking their time. They're not playing behind their early utility. They're waiting for some form of reaction, and they're turning the screws in the final moments. Magic's again in the MP7, even though they would have been able to get M4s across the board. I think they want to make sure that there's more than enough utility.
And the Shiro AWP fund, you want to make sure there's always cash in that.
So can G2 claw back a 5th? Remember, we're still learning with Anubis just what the status quo will be, so 5 could be more than enough. These teams will know roughly from practice how it's been shaking out. Slow and steady wins the race.
I do find some players trying to find an E-box pick exciting, because if it's playing as they standard setup, after this smoke, Donk is typically going to be happy to take a fight or two. Mattis. Oh, he's found him. Donk brought down as an opening kill. Mattis has really been finding impact. Boost could catch Shiro.
Oh.
Yep, he spots the tip of the head, didn't react. Jumps up, misses shot. Awkward fight for some Pius. Info goes both ways. Shiro, some combat AWPing required. You can see he's on high alert, ready to swivel around, and in that hubbub, in that distraction, some A space has been taken. Fountain occupied by Heavy God. Is Zontix cognizant of the possibility? Is he aware, or is he knife out running on in? A free frag for Heavy God is what I thought was about to happen. Messy spray results in a Zontix frag. Shiro's got your camera wrap covered. Malb's likely to be going down to this line. Too easy for Shiro. 2 on 4. What have you got? You buy some time with the Molotov.
Hunter's in the smoke.
Hunter's playing the fade, so he is... Oh, just going to be caught exposed. Such good output from Zontix on his bomb site. And some Pius surely going to get overwhelmed. Not the weapon you'd want in this scenario. You get the first swap to the Glock. There's a whole lot more where that came from, and Shiro is posted. They're having a good time, and they're making it look like light work. Despite Mattis finding the opening kill onto Donk, no less.
Yeah, now it feels a little bit concerning, doesn't it? The best you're able to muster is 4, and your next round of play, it's not going to have everything you desire. So you think Heavy God, and he thinks as well, this is essentially the round winner or the way in. In fact, he is unable to convert that frag, and Zontix getting more output off the back of that catching Hunter as well. Very well done there from Zontix. You can see some Pius's barrels sticking out. Shiro just tracking him down, and final round of this first half, G2's choice. And the punish of Overpass up next.
Oh, Shiro not going to be hitting that shot. Not an easy one. Hunter gets away with his life. Donk just gets in the right place at the right time, as is his grenade. Oh, and his bullets. That is a hard shot to hit. Hunter down out of the round. Pius starts to recede. He doesn't want anything to do with that. And in the meantime, Zontix catches the perfect timing out A main With Malbs gone, you want to try and find some space on A. Shiro will concede.
That's the first time he's gone aggressive the entire half, and he saved it to the final round.
And he gets that perfect, like the dream of leaving A main and seeing someone stairs looking E-box. You're just licking your lips.
Yeah, it's always G2 feeling pretty helpless in these scenarios, having to try and fight back in, and that'll be the same again. It's Magic's on his own over towards B right now, and that's where they're starting to take shape towards. That is very late on B main, worried about a push. Magic starts to turtle up playing retake. So while his teammates investigate middle as well as A, his job is just to stay alive and report what he sees. Donk is now going to be back in time, and because of that incendiary, could even path out in towards the side if you'd like.
What a brilliant rotation. Buying time with that flame. Ooh, and Donk in the position to frag up a storm. 2 kills from Donk. Get out of his sight. Spirit 9, G2 3, and this was their map pick. Looking very comfortable, looking dominant, our Spirit. Nine already on the board as we swap sides and see if Spirit can keep this going, keep this momentum flowing. Pistol round would almost seal the deal. Compulsory for G2 to take this.
It's a slow one, and it is. Overpass up next. They have a 22.2% win rate on it. They played it 9 times in 2025. They are 2-7 on the map. Currently on a 4-map losing streak, and their only wins are over Rooster and Ents.
Ooh. Rooster and Ents. Not names we've been discussing much last year, or this one.
All right, well, it will be the A finish. Sampaius and Mattis can respond to this quickly.
I'm also super curious about the Hunter flashbang. You can see that there's this nice 1-2 combo. Heavy God smokes. If you try and push it, you're blinded by Hunter's underhand. Here we go. They're ahead of it. Back to turn. No flash connects, but the bullets do.
Pivoting quickly, back to E-box. Want to try and finish on B. Malbs is playing retake from long, so they should be able to slip in if Magix is fast, but he doesn't know the site is clear.
Yeah, and they do have a kit as well for this retake.
You take the bomb, it'll be a much stronger force into the next, but can they really win a 3v5? Spirit have been on easy street so far. Shiro with a P250 is going to take some fights.
Yeah, he is, and this is the perfect range for it to connect. He hasn't hit the first couple of bullets, so now the gap closes. The new Titans. Heavy God. Ooh, still hit one. Quick reactions from Tanir, but there's Shiro finding just the one, kept down. So the must-win pistol is one.
All right, given the defuse to Hunter with the kit. All right, they're going to do Falcons, guys.
So they're going to throw a 2v5.
We're going to learn.
Sorry about that.
Wow. Yeah, well, the level of entertainment this game is offering, unless you're a Spirit fan, which a lot of you are. It's been an ugly one to watch from a G2 perspective. Yet to post consecutive rounds and mandatory now. 2 Galils, 2 MP7s, and a Tech 9 up against the fully fledged rifles of G2. 2 Famouses complementing the M4s. Sampaius has a flash at the ready. Malbs confident, jump spotting, gets a little bit of info. Saw Magic's very passive outside of B. Magic will hoover at that space up quickly. Sontix, he's got an A main control. No resistance. They're essentially playing retake A.
You faked some sounds there and you didn't get immediate block util thrown, so what does that tell you?
I think you want to finish A because you have baskets as the staging area, but you want to see if you can win a fight or draw a rotation. Try and soften their utility a little bit more. So Donk set up against the duel with Malbs.
More of a fair fight. Galil versus M4.
You're pinned.
Donk's just going to run you down. Who gets out? Both of you?
Now I think returning... Oh, Tanir has the bomb. I was going to say returning to A. Tanir will cheat over. And it helps when you... Oh, Zontix is playing ahead of the timing.
Yeah, he's been spotted out. Information flows. They know one close on A. That draws Hunter and Heavy God's focus.
30 seconds. Camera's blocked. They have to come through this.
Go through the camera smoke, but no one's holding it. So
they didn't know he's across.
What is that? Zontix profits. The forward, aggressive momentum onto A, and it's collapsing before our eyes. G2 sight is lost, and that is a little too easy.
They need to save.
They're gonna just lose everything. That FAMAS is, managed to find a headshot. That is a little bit of a confidence booster, but still the conversation remains. Do you really want to throw all your rifles into this?
I don't know if production will be able to provide it, but if it is possible to get what Heavy God has said in that moment when he spots Zontix and what was ushered in with the comms, because he definitely saw Zontix.
Yes. Yeah, no,
maybe an assumption being taken from Hunter that they wouldn't be so brazen to cross on his own, and he's not peeking, he's not fighting, but that right there is an absolute mare from G2. And even in that listening we had on the way back, it sounded like the comms were a little bit sketchy at times.
Yeah.
That just, from our perspective, looks very silly. So Heavy God definitely spots him.
Yeah. Hunter doesn't react immediately, but now, yes, he throws out his util. This one, though, look.
I think, from Heavy God's perspective, because they both spotted each other, Zontix and Heavy God's thinking, there's no way he's just going to keep on pathing. But he did. And that's what won the round. All right. Well, still no consecutive rounds for G2. They're going to take the fight.
Get a little Malb donk head-to-head at range, potentially. Oh, hello, Heavy God. That's a nice aggressive maneuver from the 5-7 to draw G2 to a man advantage.
Trying to make up for the last round, I think. Okay. Well, Zontix cannot make a play on his lonesome this time round. Is the Force by Wars on, or is it Spirit's 4v5 disadvantage around that they can piece together? Magic's is having to call the team back into this. So within the mid-round, congregating over towards middle. The newly appointed in-game leader has found the gap. They've just rotated away. This is obviously quite fortunate that the timing is manifested. Taking back A main with 3. So still grouped up. Looking a little bit clunky. And as they turn around, Spirit will be in their face.
This is insane timing.
He's hearing a main.
Yep. Magix has led his
team.
He can
block main with a smoke.
Bomb site. There is someone ahead of the play. That is Mattis. Traded by donk. Quick on the follow-up. Brutal.
You know, Heavy God was here. He got the kill. He was the man that took down Zon. That's a dink. 1 HP.
He's lucky to be alive.
Everybody coming from A main.
Ten bullets. Does elect to go for the reload. No swing on that for Punish. Behind the cake position. Nade looks like it's going smoke heaven. Flash and swing. Oh, donk still finding output on the 1 HP.
Shiro has a molly.
He's got 3 kills deep into this one. Surely you can find the kill. How's he got 4? 4 kills from donk. Heavy got to clutch, but there's just no time for this to fuse, especially with the flames on the bomb. Shiro will finish what donk started, completed. Incredible. And the gap being found. Magic's leading his team to an open bomb site at a man disadvantage.
Yeah, that's very fortunate that nobody was tending to that, right? G2 making a grouped up play to get the A main space. At least they were staying assertive, but it ended up costing them, and especially when donk does that. So this will be G2 force buying out the game. They'll buy this one, they'll buy the next one.
Just a marvel.
Just some spotty rounds for G2. Okay, getting reports from production that when Heavy God spotted Zontix, he said nothing.
Oh.
So...
oh, yeah, that would explain it. That does explain everything.
He definitely spotted him, right?
I mean, we could have fallen foul to, like, X-ray, you know, silliness, but I'm almost certain.
Yeah,
we saw, like, that flash on the jiggle out.
Well, Hunter trying to keep the morale high. Again, the stakes of this one. You are locked in for the arena. Yes. However, you are looking for a semi-final berth, which removes an obstacle of having to play on that Friday. Spirit, though, they are sailing through IEM Krakow so far. It's been 2-0s in every game up until this point. And if they continue on this path, I think Overpass seeming very likely to be theirs. So a spotless record.
Taking shape.
And the semi-final. You've got Vitality up against Aurora later today. Winner of that will be attempting the same feat. So let's say Vitality are the heavy favorites there. If they win that, so then we'll have Spirit on the opposite side of the bracket from Vitality, and we might be getting a rematch of last year's grand final. Still plenty of other teams in contention. I'm just speculating on the possibilities. But if you've been watching the A stream today, it's been now 3 consecutive pretty flat maps. The ideas are there, well, in this game at least. FaZe was a no-show in their elimination game.
Oh, Heavy God's got nothing left to block. That was the last grenade G2 had in their possession. So, though the clock is running thin, Heavy God really needs to find himself a multi here. Can't control it for number 2. Hunter and Pius on the scene. A scout shot misses, and the bomb is planted.
We are force buying out the game.
Such dominance on display here from Team Spirit. Proficient on the newest addition to the map pool. Threatening. And there's one back from Hunter on that CZ. Matt is hoping to catch the timing, maybe on that reload. He will. Yeah, Profit finds Team Tanir taking shape. This is all too good for G2. Okay, that's a little bit of something. A flip of the script. A very close 10-second defuse, but a retake that the numbers and the weapons were stacked against you.
Okay, so they've brought themselves 3 AKs through on that, but it is going to have to be a whole lot cleaner Counter-Strike play to bring this one back in. I think Spirit exuding a little bit too much confidence, which I think is a good thing, right? But not having the best post-plant setup. So in review, Hallie's going to say, all right, boys, let's just play these rounds a little bit tidier next time, because they know that should have been theirs. And now their money is on the line. So G2, the same conversation comes back. No consecutive rounds. This one is a must-win if you want to break the money and start to sink your teeth into Anubis.
Donk parving for a collision with Malbs. Are they going to try and fight out B main? It looks like the flash from Pius is being lined up. Mattis is calling for it. He wants to swing. The flash did connect. Multiple bodies. Big fight available. Bomb is lost. Massive from the 2 of them. Mattis. More impact, and there is more to be done. Magix is there, trying to on a bomb retrieval mission. He's going to swing on out. He's hit the insta-headshot, Chad. Well, that really is a massive relief for Team Spirit.
Can't believe Matt is just surging so much. I think trying to just establish that control of the bomb to really win the round on his own, but staying aggressive. Heavy Got want to path through middle. That option is available. Magix just sits, waits. He knows that the cavalry needs to join him if they want to find this round finish. So back around through T-spawn.
Oh, wow. Magix, composed tap. Just the pixel on the crouch, catches Hunter walking mid.
Heavy God's still going to have a very good timing on this. They are going to finish B. He's going to be quick on the flank. If Pius gets anything, Heavy God has a chance.
That's an if. Pius, 5 frags deep in this series.
They're mollying him.
And they are going to put a molly down range. He's going to have to stand for another. Gets away from the flames. 8 points of health. Cover from Shiro. Bomb being planted. Can't contest.
But Heavy God on this flank. Not being considered right now.
He needs to live, but they actually want to fight him. He actually catches the spam, traded out. Nice from Shiro, chases him down. Has no idea that Heavy God is already across on B main. He's playing it safe, though. He's going to force Heavy God to make that next move. And this is a must-win 1v1 if G2 want a chance.
No?
No. Now he does. Quick adjustment. Survives. He knows the clock's on his side. It's ticking down. Heavy God's got the kit. Got to try and find this fight. Shiro just dancing around the pillar. And he finds the headshot as well. Nothing going right for G2.
Oh, I had it from Heavy God's POV on my screen. I thought he caught a glimpse of him there on the way in. Just saw the gun sticking out from the side of the pillar. But
maybe.
Yeah, not from Shiro's POV, of course. Well,
stressful. Loved the 2-man push.
I thought he caught... Yeah, never mind. Either way, couple of ifs, buts, and maybes, and it's all down to another force buy. So
yeah, Matt is trying to do a lot there. Magic's quick. confident stride through middle to claim this territory for Team Spirit. Simultaneously, Donk is getting a bit pushy, being received well by Heavy God. Opening kill for G2. And some Pious looking like Magic could have his number here, but oof, good range for the 5-7. Clicks off his head and extends their advantage. Two-man G2 lead. And very segregated tees.
And two of them with MP7s, so maybe there's another round in store. Oh, and they pull it off again. Zontix and Shiro partnered up in middle. Need to get past some Pies. They know that it was over towards the camera position. Playing this little gap. Some Pies playing it very safe. So gets the info, gets away, informs his team of what's coming. Zontix is dropping back with the bomb. So it looks like they want to turn this into a B split with Shiro playing through Temple.
Tanir would have to go off. And just the one before traded is insufficient.
Shiro's coming. Considered by Malbs. But a lot to worry about now. Has to repause.
Oof, it's getting a little stressful, surprisingly. You've only got 20 seconds. You do have to be on high alert for this flank through Temple. Malbs feels destined for glory here.
Saves the day, some Pies.
Important, very clean for the close.
You can see how sketchy it is. Okay, we have to worry about B main, Temple, potentially CT if he's really milking it, and E-Box. So they're checking everything.
And some Pious' kill actually, you know, being a bit of a difference maker in middle. This is it from the bird's eye perspective. Really clean shooting from him.
I think they will get consecutive rounds this time, Alex.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, Spirit are going to take the eco. All right, so it's 5 Glocks and 2 flashes. Finally, G2 on round number 19 are looking to get consecutive rounds on their map choice.
Let's just hope they don't call the Falcons.
Who will be playing later today against Mouse? It's always a fun
banger.
game when those two teams go toe-to-toe.
Yeah, I expect that one to deliver in the entertainment value.
Malb should be able to hunt this frag down now that they know it's Glocks. Okay. A little bit sketchy, but no drama as the mop and bucket is out over towards the A site. Heavy God with 2. Sampai's getting peppered and will go down, but...
Oh. He does way more than I'm expecting. Fair play to Shiro. Yeah, that's exactly how it must feel.
It is feeling a whole lot that way. Third tactical timer from Spirit. Hallie's had enough of this. He says, listen, gentlemen, let's finish this game now, shall we?
13. This is 12.
And because of the buying pattern they've gone for, they're not really in a position to go for too strong of a full buy. They are still investing. Can see Zontix with an AK and all the goodies. Magic's back to the MP7. Shiro's got out the AK, and Donk and Taniro, well, I was going to say in Galil's, but it looks like they're going to make sure Donk has an AK. Or at least he's requesting one. He dropped the Galil for a moment.
Yeah, anyone?
Yeah, no, guys, you see, no, I have the AK.
I'm the captain now. And Tanir will. Bend
Yes,
the knee.
yep,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Good boy.
I mean, I'd probably press tab first, and then I would be, without hesitation.
I give Donk an AK no matter what the situation is.
41 frags between Shiro and Donk.
If I could refund all of my money and pool it together on the piss round, I'd give Donk an AK. You know, you just give the guy an AK.
That was his one request for how he'd change the game, is buy an AK on the CT side.
So Spirit might find themselves in a bit of trouble, Alex, if they don't convert this one. 2,400 loss bonus into the next.
Yeah, it could open up a runway for a hell of a comeback. Still looks good for some Pious here. Zontix gets nothing out of his rifle. Now they're entering in. Heavy God on the back foot, handles it well. Takes him down. Hunter in unison onto Donk with just the one kill.
I like this gap that they pipped quickly, though. Look at this. They are going straight through Temple while we're now on board with Mattis and Malbs, who are starting to push through canals. They don't know it. They're not going to expect it, but the B-bomb site is completely open.
And if you start to panic about this, and if they're slow about their clears, you might even catch wind of their rotations back through Beach. Looks like very hesitant Hunter. He's aware that that's a possibility, so going to partner up and clear slowly.
Yeah, you need to do this together. So Shiro is going to be the point man on this, clearing it out. It's just about where do they plant. If they take too much longer, they're going to die in the back. Heavy God and Hunter. Not far away now. And surprisingly, yes, the site is clear.
Oh, he's going to be visible. They don't quite get the angle on him in time. Still no announcement of G2's position, so yeah, you might just get caught off. Shiro gets a bit of a jump scare. Oh, jumping out of his skin, but Tanir spraying down too.
Over the plant.
And perhaps try and find an angle around this. Calling the bluff. Hides out in his smoke and now has confirmation they weren't on it. Good. Oh my God, what a headshot. And now he knows he's off it. Tanir is playing them like a fiddle. Now he walks in, catches that timing, gets Heavy God off the bomb. He's playing this to perfection. Tanir dancing around. Heavy God hunts him down. Is there time for this defuse? Oh my! Only just. Tanir nearly pulled off the impossible.
That was a beautiful 1v4 that was starting to take shape right there, and it's a buzzer beater. That would have been one to remember for Tanir.
What a joy to watch that one unfold. The first two, impeccable, but this whole playing around the defuse, finding the presence of mind to clear out Hunter so precisely, and then the fake steps, confirms he's off the bomb so many times, but Heavy God doesn't get flustered. The fact he still manages to convert this, albeit by the finest of... Wait.
I think they thought it was over.
That's how close it was.
All right, well, they do have to stomach the partial, but because of the plant, they get a little bit more.
Play on, sir.
And all those kills. So this has now turned into an interesting affair. Just a 4-round gap. They need to weather this against the pesky Pistols.
Malbs is going to be very cautious on his E-box fights. Doesn't want to just be peeking into a deagle of any sorts. They're already kind of swinging out, eh? Yeah, a Molotov. And space, and now a headshot. Big from Zontix. He wants to get aggressive. So does Donk. Push it through the heaven. Smoke is cheeky. Heavy God reacts nicely. Spam from Magic's connecting. It's chaos on the A-bomb site. 3 versus 3. Dropping that M4 to that healthy Shiro. Got a double swing. Camera and breaks. Heavy God needs to find himself some more impact. Down to half health. Shiro avoids the nade. Needs the multi. Only got 3 bullets left in that M4. Elects to reload, still looking, shaping nicely for Spirit. Nade's not going to find Shiro, still got health, still got his M4. Important from Heavy God. G2 just got to get past Tanir. Heavy God did it in the previous, but Tanir's making it hard once more. He's just playing the bomb. Yeah, there's a kit. You've got a smoke. You've got a kit. You've got a smoke. Some bias is trying to chase him down. Surely not another last-second defuse.
There's no way.
I can't quite. Oh, this time. Second time's the charm on the Tanir clutch. Spirit take G2's pick.
Okay, that one got extended. G2, they didn't give up the fight, but it's Tanir. Clutch after clutch was the second one that matters most. But Spirit felt like they were in full control of that one.